to donate as you wish, and you can use the QR code there. And then lastly, we're going to have a short announcement for the church refresh, and Pastor Klatt's going to come up and give that for us.
Good morning. Thank you, Pastor Gebayu, for leading us in worship and for your fine message from the Word of the Lord. I'm going to keep this short. I realize the littles are getting restless. We're over an hour. But we're here today because this is a sacred space. And it's not our presence here that makes it sacred. It's actually God's presence here. He is the one who is with two or three who gather in His name around His Word, around His sacraments. And there He connects with our hearts. He assures us of His love, of His power to protect us, His power to give us a home in heaven and to preserve us until that day. And then also to give us the strength to live for Him and to serve Him as His witnesses, as salt and light. So this is a special place. It's a sacred place. And we have a church refresh that has been planned in order to enhance what happens here in this space. And so as we go on to the next slide, please. Here we'll just put them all up, Tom, just so I can rattle through everything. So I'm going to tell you where we are financially, and then we'll get into the specifics of what we hope to do with this space. So currently, there are $190,000 in our refresh fund. A donor has come forward to offer up another $100,000 in matching funds toward that project. And as I outline what's going to happen here, we hope that we can cover everything we need with about $390,000. Okay, and so we're on a good footing right now to attain what we need to accomplish our goals here. So rationale and goals. First of all, to glorify our gracious God by enhancing our worship space. And what we want to do is to enhance the functionality of this worship space. First of all, to help focus our attention on Christ and what He's done for us. Right now, our font is kind of off to the side. There's going to be a font right here. Now, it will be portable, so we can move it for special events. The lectern, the pulpit are going to go away. There's going to be an ambo, which is kind of a combination between the two. That will be the next thing you see, right? So where do we come into God's family? Through baptism, right? The Word and the water. And then the Word that preserves and strengthens us in faith. Then comes the altar, which reminds us of Christ laying down His life for us as a sacrifice. And then there will be a new cross design that will be placed up in the center here as well. So we're going to enhance our worship space functionality-wise. We'll be able to utilize the full width of the front here for community distribution. Okay, so that will be a blessing for us as well. And then the altar and the ambo will be portable. So when we have children's Christmas services, and this is just packed with kids, we have a lot of things to work around here. Or Martin Luther College brings its choir, then we can, again, fit them all up here more easily. And we'll also facilitate our instrumentalists, so they're not kind of wedged here on the floor. They'll be able to be up here on top of the platform. And it will enhance our ability to use those instrumentalists for worship. And so as we move through then, I'll just kind of work our way to the back here. So this rock wall is going to go away. So it's going to expand the space all the way to that back wall, okay? And we'll have a freestanding altar. And then what we're going to do next is the floor is going to be completely replaced. We're looking at ceramic tile, okay? So that's going to be throughout the facility here. There'll be some carpet in the back. Then the pews are going to be replaced. These pews have been here for 50 years. Okay, almost 60 years, and they show wear and tear, okay? And they're going to be cushion pews. Right now, when you bring in baby carriers, they are hard on the wood surface. So with the cushioning and the like, that will reduce that. Now, there might be some staining type things, so we'll do some cleanup on those. We get how that goes with littles. I had 3. I remember those days. Or my wife had to wrestle with them, not me, because I was up front. But then the other thing we'll be doing is in the balcony then, we'll be refreshing those pews. There will be chairs up there, interlocking chairs. The first 4 rows here will be interlocking chairs. So if we need more space down here, we can adjust our seating layout in order to accommodate those things. And then just moving forward, the bathrooms are going to end up being updated. Okay, so there's going to be vanities and they'll be more functional, having baby changing stations in them. The fireside room is going to be updated so that there's going to be a coffee nook, stand-up tables, places to sit more casually. There'll be an electric insert in the fireplace that's there, okay? So more overflow space for before and after church. And as you then work toward the right as you exit, so there's coat racks in the hallway now. We're going to remove those just to widen that out and allow better pass-through from the sanctuary into the fellowship hall. There'll be updates to our entry. Right now, there's no handicapped assistance there, so there'll be electric door openers that will be installed so that if someone has wheelchair or other special needs, just by hitting the button, they can get in and out and don't need the special assistance. And then the next item will be to work in the fellowship hall. You know, the kitchen has some limitations right now, a gas stove that is temperamental, so we'll replace that with something that's electric and more user-friendly, and then redo the cabinetry layout in there as well. So there'll be some lighting updates and the like, but that's the general of it all. So as you can see, a lot of good work has been done by the team that has been working with free, fresh ideas. So thank you for your work. And now I'm just going to close with this. How can you help? Okay. First of all, pray. Pray that the Lord would bless us in our efforts to bring this to fruition. And then if the Lord has given you gifts and talents, if you're handy, if you can paint, if you can just lug things that are taken out as part of demolition out to the dumpster, great. If you can stain, if you can frame, all of those things are listed on a sign-up sheet on the bulletin board here, and one will be in the fellowship hall. So when you go in there for coffee hour, you can look at the list that's there. And then there's also an opportunity for you to select which dates you think you can help, starting with our last Saturday here in September. That's when we want to get started with the internal refresh here. And so you'll see some of this as a work in progress, and it might be a little bit, what should I say, disheveled for a few worship services here before we get it all polished up again. And then also the opportunity to donate toward this. If you would like to write a separate check, you may do so. Just simply put the refresh in the memo line, okay? If you'd like to give through AHC, there are forms in the back here on the console, and there's a QR code here as well that is in the church folder. And there's a QR code in the church folder for just going online and indicating how you can assist with the project. Okay, so that'll take you to a Google form, and so you can put your name and contact information in there and check all the boxes that apply for how you can help and assist too. So with that, I'm just going to step away, but I will be available in the fellowship hall, as well as Mr. Tom Groom. He is the one who's spearheading this. And if you have questions, if you have suggestions, we are happy to address those with you. And again, we'll try to keep you updated as we go forward. But we're excited that we'll be able to, again, enhance this special sacred space that the Lord has given us, where he meets with us, and we get to gather in his name to grow in his grace and then to uphold and encourage one another. So with that, may the Lord richly bless the rest of your week, and I invite you all to join us for some coffee and donuts and refreshments and fellowship in the fellowship hall. God bless you.